can do something if it's like that, and the judge actually wants to exercise like whatever they're doing. To where I just like I don't think about it because it's not like an antagonistic relationship with me. I'm not defending myself. I'm never gonna be in that kind of a circumstance. I'll be dead. So, and even if people don't believe that, it's what will happen. It's been proven before. I won't survive. I I was at a very good place physically, and I got out of situations, you know. But I'm not in school anymore. That's not how it is. I even like report these things as crimes because I don't know it is a crime. And just documenting it was working because I felt it was. Maybe that was only because only my voice was heard. But it's definitely not getting better. So when I think it might, it I don't do anything and it just happens again. I don't contact anyone. I don't talk to people like that. Just nothing that I could imagine should have consequences, and neither should anybody be spending or wasting their time to do that. It's better for them to just not be mad and ignore me. Uh, I've had everything from people showing up to mock me when I was on infusions during the summer because of beliefs of children, laying down a lot or something. Might be they aren't just up playing and stuff like that, and it bothers them. They want the kid to be up playing and happy and healthy and stuff, and this kid is dying, and that bothers them, and that's how they express that. And then I've also met this same time period people who actually meant it, and are just like, hey, those people exist. It's not so like I don't walk around every day fearing them. It's no one acts, no one reacts to them in like a positive way. It's a very different thing, and I don't think those types of people do much to someone like me. Not at this point in my life. It's kind of easy to fall through the cracks, though. It's harder for me, but I clearly document myself and my surroundings more than everybody else. I pay to do it too. I pay for it. I've had lots and lots of takedown notices and stuff, and I've appealed. I presented a case to do so through the system, through their court system stuff, and I've won again, 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 and again. My account got taken down entirely one time, and they apologized to me. Someone had used an international court illegally to do something, uh, just because it was like probably an automated process, and they didn't realize like what it was. It was the middle of the night, and it was like handled within like less than an hour. It's just like, but it was in a manner that I had to be notified and I had to be involved in. Um, and I don't think they were punished, and I don't think like the firm or whatever that was involved in. I don't think whatever happened was it was probably like some sort of obscure corporate type context. I still don't know what, and I doubt that they would have wanted that context either, clearly, because nothing else happened. So, but those types of things are usually an immediate account closure across everything, which was not allowed, actually, because of my circumstances. It's just kind of a rare thing. That I, that kind of thing can still happen. Um, so things are to the point where like none of those types of processes work. Most go through courts. It doesn't make much sense to tolerate uh, anything else, I guess. I hope 6 months almost would be sufficient because I just don't want to like reinforce trauma, and that's actually what I'd say in court. Because I know that the reason I haven't said it in the past is I didn't want to. I didn't want my parents to be convicted. I'm just that smart. I know what to do to not have to say something, and I did. But if I say that's just like it. I know that it is treated as a very very serious thing, and it costs a lot of money. And I didn't pay for counseling. The United States did. And I was cheap when it needed to be. They didn't care at all about it being cheap, though. That's kind of why it was a tense circumstance for those years. When counseling is getting approved for me instantly, and it's like mandatory, I have no criminal record, no sentences, nothing. Uh, it's set up to do his job, and you know, it's a lot of money, way more than you'd usually see from like the federal level to because they pay directly for me. That's where I'm at. If there's anything state, the state gets paid to have me on the books. They say Louisiana makes money off of people like me. It's why the system works the way it does. If someone who's like me is in prison, the state loses money, a lot of money, because they had to do that because at certain points in the United States history they did use prisons to attempt to protect children and stuff like that. But that's like in a cycle that like never it's just never solves itself. And that was how they kind of just ripped the band-aid off, I guess. Maybe not an accurate way to describe it, but we learned about that in high school. I hadn't known about it until then. I guess people knew my circumstances and kept quiet about it. You know, being respectful. It's almost like 11. I haven't even eaten today. I was gonna eat, and I had to be contacted, I guess. Which I appreciate. I do. This will do more when I wake up or something. Maybe not. I still have medical stuff I have to do. And like listening to everything is just I'm not deleting anything. Uh, I've had people try to delete stuff before and try and hit me with things. I'm pretty sure some of them, like, they probably just didn't have a reason not to send it some for other stuff. They didn't involve me because they had just done enough stuff. That wasn't a good time period to feel that unsafe. People destroyed documents and things. He wouldn't check the computer though. I just think it was because time. The paper records were the only actual records then, though. Just because there's suspicions of possibly injecting someone with something that maybe they have a reaction to immediately. Stops something from happening or distracts people or whatever, it doesn't mean they weren't going to continue to do whatever they thought their job was. And that happened multiple times. And that's not a good idea. I don't have any way to defend against that. But anyone who could have stopped them won't either. And I don't think that that's very likely to happen, but I don't believe the legal structure has changed to prohibit it. But I don't go looking for that type of information either. But not being able to like speak properly for a period of time and not having documentation of it and stuff like that, I don't think that should keep happening in my life. Sometimes stuff kind of happens too many times, and I end up being unable to provide confidence to physicians on any amount of like extrapolations they have. Which isn't usually how things are. Everything's very defined for me. I know that's probably not normal, but that's how it is with cancer. It's one of the only ones that does that. I'm gonna go probably eat now. If anyone did watch, thanks. I saw people popped in and out. I'm Jeffrey Bodian, and this was me trying the just chatting.